Hey guys, I'm RozaldVane and welcome to another RozVlog. So, let's address with the main elephant in the room, technically. First and foremost, the background, obviously. Different, of course. So, you may be wondering, what's up, Roz? Why are you in a different space? It's, like, weird and different. Yeah, so I want to start off by saying that, like, I am no longer in the same space. I'm still in the same house, technically, but I'm just in my actual room for once, if you can tell from all my, like, sort of, like, nooks and cranny of, like, stuff, I guess. Yeah, so there's those are sort of stuff that I've bought since the years when I went to Anime Expo previously. Like, I'm not an actively huge anime watcher, but I'm more of a manga reader. So pretty much, yeah, just to address with the RozVlog, I am no longer in the previous space that I've been in for, like, literally since the start of my channel, but I am here in my own room for once. And yeah, things are gonna look different, things are gonna be different. If you're wondering if the room change is going to be immediately in the next video or whatever video that's being paired up with this one for the RozVlog, it won't be. Do expect a change of background in one of the videos, probably like 3 to 4 weeks from now, I think, because I pretty much pre-record everything way ahead still. But do expect that to happen as the videos go forward into the channel, deeper into the channel, so you'll probably see a shift in, like, backgrounds here and there. But otherwise, yeah, that's one of the biggest update for this channel, is just this background and everything. And one of the few things I want to point out is, like, some of the negatives about being here, because originally when I had the last setup, one of the biggest things I wanted to have was good lighting. Here the lighting is a little bit dimmer, and you can tell that, like, from my sort of, like, surrounding, it's a little darker because, one, the curtain's up and I can't really close it off because some people will be watching what I'm doing from next door neighbors if they do choose to do so. I don't really think they would, but it's just a safety precaution. And for two, the sun from the natural lighting, the natural lighting idea with the sun setting or being on the side is no longer available here because I'm on the side of the house, and while the previous room was pretty much in the back of the house, that's where the sun usually sets and everything, so I usually have better lighting there. But frankly, I have some slight solutions for lighting and stuff like that through the lamp over there, which you don't see, I don't think, but the point is, one of the main key issues is lighting. I'm mostly going to rely on my computer lighting mostly, and maybe my lamp if I get into the darker days or darker times of the day where it becomes too dark and then I can't see my face ever again or something like that, but that could be the case. And the second thing is window. My window is pretty, like, shaky when the wind hits against it, like, really hard. We recently had, like, hard wind, so the mic might pick up that sound and just, like, hear, like, rumbling, like, it's like thunder almost, but it's probably not really, I feel like. But the point is that, like, yeah, I'm here in this room primarily because the people that occupy that room had that space as, like, a half office for me, but then also half of that being, or majority of that being, their actual room for sleeping and, like, having their clothes and everything. But for this is my actual room for sleeping, and it wasn't considered part of the office because of the fact that they kind of thought that I wanted it to be there to do some, like, office work and stuff like that, and they kind of wanted to see what I was doing sometimes because they didn't know what I was doing anymore. Because it was, like, around the time I, like, exited high school in a sense, like, I finished high school and I was, like, barely in college and stuff, so that usually ended up being the case there. But recently it's been, like, they had catch up to my sleep schedule, so they want to make sure that I can have my own space and my own privacy with, like, my own sleep schedule. So this is pretty much the solution, is to give me my computer in my room and make it easier for me to kind of do the stuff that I want to do. But of course, schedule might not be too different here, considering that I am in my room for once. I just have, like, more space. Like, literally I have a ton of room here if you don't see it, but essentially I will have enough room to play VR if I ever choose to do so. I mean, it's a big space at this point. In the other room I would have, like, very little room, or I would bump into the bed if I do something like a VR game setup, but I doubt that this room is going to be any different, or it won't be any difficult. Like, it won't be difficult anymore, because it would be like whatever setup needs to happen for the VR stuff. I think Valve has like the weird 2 sensor things on the top of the walls or something to kind of detect the game or something. But yeah, the point is, new room, new background. It'll be the case for this for I don't know how many times or how many months or so. There is something planned up, but I don't know when it's going to be executed or when it's going to happen. But do keep in mind that this will be like temporary up until something happens, and that's where I'll probably shift into a different place, and from that point it will be a different schedule or different like setup in general. So we'll have to live with this for now. I mean, I'm here to just make videos for fun, not so much as like being super serious about what I'm doing usually. So yeah, otherwise that's pretty much the update for the room, the big major update for this RozVlog primarily that I need to make. Other updates, life, working. I'm just working as usual. But surprisingly, if you're looking at games, what I'm working on, like for the games, again, check my Twitter. My Twitter always seems to be the one that retweets the stuff that I'm working on. If you're wondering what game I'm working on or when it's coming out, actually, recently we had an announcement trailer, so that's coming out in March 8th, March 11th. So if you want to really know what it is, again, check the Twitter. I think I leave the link down below in the description box, so if you really are curious, it's there, and I'm super excited for it. It's closing in on the end of it for me, I think, in terms of like seeing it release and everything, and also like finishing up last minute stuff, I guess, with them on the problems that they have. Well, it's not last minute technically, it's just a lot of stuff to work on technically, but I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. I'm constantly reading a lot of the audience's feedback and stuff like that. It's really interesting to see in a perspective of developers to audiences versus the audience into the developers, where from no one technically in my mind, because I don't think developers straightforwardly say everything, so it's fine. But I'm looking forward to it. The other update I want to go into is a channel update. So you can tell that I am still currently playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Root Letter, Guacamelee 2, Longest Journey, and there's a couple of series like on the side that is still not being touched on. We are closing in on the finishing of Root Letter and Guacamelee 2. I am looking to try to finish them, hopefully. I'm thinking about trying to finish them by, I don't know, month of February, hopefully. I don't know exactly when or how much more videos I need to make from them to completely finish them off. But essentially, once they're done, there will be some games that I already lined up pretty much afterwards. I just haven't started recording them yet, but I have them in my mind where I'm like, I'm going to go and play that soon. So there will be some stuff that will replace those 2 series as soon as I finish them. As for Odyssey, taking my goddamn time with that one, because literally I hate the fact that there's so many side content and main content that has to be dealt with. But we're essentially on the final expansion DLC, but we also have like the extra update that came out in like December, where it's like a crossover with Valhalla or something like that. It's just, I don't know. But once Odyssey's up, again, I'm just probably going to head back through Revelations, Assassin's Creed Revelations, because I did finish 2 in Brotherhood, but I need to finish out the Ezio trilogy somehow, and then jump into 3, because I kind of want to go back in time to revisit some of the older games, because I feel like I missed out a lot after finishing them way back in high school from my side of things. But, I mean, who knows, maybe I might choose to lazy out and not play any Assassin's Creed for a while, just to play other games for, like, just figuring out things, but who knows, when that time comes, I'll decide whatever that is. Yeah, I don't know, like, the schedule hasn't changed much, 1 video per day. I think that it has its ups and downs. It has its ups where it's like, I can actually take my day off when I feel like it, and then its downs is like, I can't get things done quick enough. So like going back to like 2 videos a day would be great, but the problem would be like I won't have videos prepared for myself, and I would be out of videos at the end of the day if I go back to 2 videos. So I'm hoping I don't do that at all. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking at games that I should play, keep in mind some games might not end up being available for me to play. Like if it's something like Dark Souls, which I know some people have suggested before, like Neo Complete Edition or Neo 2. Souls-likes usually are harder for me, and I've come across myself where I'm thinking like I probably won't do Soul series at all, because personally I love playing it. It's just I can't play it if it takes a lot of grindiness to get it. Like it's a lot of repetitiveness, and I think a lot of people don't like repetitive gameplay to themselves, or that it isn't like it would only appeal to those who are die-hard fans of Souls, or at least casual fans of Souls, which I am kind of casual, I guess. But like to somebody who isn't anything like interested in that at all, it's hard to appeal to those people who have no idea or what's going on, except for the frustration if you do just have like a highlight reel of your frustration playing that game. But like game suggestions are going to be like hard for me usually to kind of handle, but I am looking at games that I haven't played before. I mean, I've pivoted the channel, I feel like, towards a more indie type channel, but I'm willing to just dive back into AAA every now and then, I guess, in that capacity. Once I get an upgrade on my desktop, I'll probably hopefully jump into finishing up the trilogy for the Tomb Raider stuff. I need to finish up that trilogy for the game. Shadow of the Tomb Raider is still on the list, trying to finish that. Stuff like big games like Doom Eternal, I'm a little bit afraid of playing that for the channel because of the fact that my computer might handle it. I mean, Doom, the 2016 time, like during that time, it was good, and it was built for that the graphics card at that time, but I just don't have the stuff that would be very useful for me to use it through that whatever the game would be. So I mean, I'm kind of iffy on some of the AAA games due to just the fidelity, the graphics of that. So I'll try my best to figure things out, and hopefully we'll get things rolling for those kind of big games if they ever come to that, at the very least. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the updates. I don't think I want to keep going into any more details. I think I wanted to keep this as short as I could, but I doubt I did. But otherwise, if you guys are interested in some of the games that I've played so far, I haven't been doing a lot of new series, which I'm a little bit sad, but that's because the one video upload every day is kind of slowing the series down, but it still means that I'm active, like, on the channel. But if you want to check out some of the games that I'm currently playing that are actively on, I'll leave annotations, of course, and then if this video interests you and what the series is, link is to that direct video, and then you can see what series that comes off of or something like that. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. So hope to see you guys in another RozVlog or another video of mine. So hope you guys have a great, amazing day, week, and night, or whenever watching this, and I'll keep you guys up to date when things change again. This will be my whole like New Year's 22, Happy New Year's 2022 kind of like sort of video, but I usually don't do a lot of like New Year's update videos because that always makes it hard for me because I'm always constantly working, and not so much as just making this as my like job. Like, this is not my career, so it's like I'm only doing this for fun, and I like to keep it updated every now and then to kind of keep transparency for you guys and for myself to kind of like keep it as like a diary to myself of what I was thinking at the time. Yeah, I mean, looking forward to that, and hopefully we'll see what comes of 2022. I'm excited for it, but also scared for it as well, because there's always no like reason to not be scared and be happy at the same time. So it's how it is. Anyways, other than that, that's it for me today in this RozVlog. So Roz